Hello, my friends. How are we doing? This is Kris from my girlfriend's quilt shop, and I am coming to you live from our Sandy location today. I brought a carload full of stuff down to Sandy today. So those of you in the local area, I think you'll be very happy about that, right? How are we doing? Today is Thursday, April 30th. Can you believe that? It's the end of the month. I feel like March was so slow, so incredibly slow. And then April, boom, as fast as could be. Any of you relate to that? I don't know, maybe you thought April was slow, but holy cow, I thought April just flew by. And I can't believe we're at the end of the month and tomorrow is May 1st. Unbelievable. What a month this has been. Hello, hello from all over the place. Delaware and Houston, Sandy, Michigan, Chicago. Oh my goodness, Vancouver, Washington. Welcome, welcome, all of you. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Hi, Zelma. And Zelma, just so you know, I'm Kris. I'm not Kim. And the only reason why I tell you that is because so many people do get us confused. Trust me, it's happened for 40 something years. It's all good. But I thought I would just clarify. Hi, Dinah. Welcome, Gloria, Sue, Christina, Cindy, Nancy, Elizabeth, Cheryl, Vicky. Oh, you guys are awesome. Hi, Birdie. All right, Longmont, Colorado, Tammy. So many wonderful friends here, old and new. Thank you so much for being with me. It is 3 Themes at 3. 3 Themes at 3 once again. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's see. Theme number 1 is something to make you smile. Got a few themes to share today. First of all, let's see, what should I share first? Okay, I'll share this one first. So let me pull my screen over. So Carol Hanley out there, if you're out there, I haven't seen you get on yet, but she sent me some pictures this morning, and I was so excited to see them, because she shared about how yesterday, for those of you who were with me yesterday, I showed the box zipper tote and how to make that, and she already got one done. Can you believe that? So she shared the story about how, let's see, she was on a walk with her dogs. So here's the box zipper pouch. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Carol. And she was on a walk with her dogs. She lost track of time and went, oh my goodness, it's the 3 at 3. I need to get back and watch that. And so on her way home from walking the dogs, she watched me on her phone and thought, you know what? I've been looking for the perfect way to be able to gift a little clothing for a paper doll quilt that she made for her niece. Let's see. This is the paper doll quilt. One of the blocks. Isn't that adorable? So she had all these little pieces of clothing, and she was trying to figure out how she would be able to gift that to her niece. And so as soon as she saw the 3 Themes at 3 yesterday with the box zipper tote, she went, aha, that's the perfect idea. That's what I'm going to do. She went home. She made one 2 o'clock in the morning. She made one, she said, and she's ready to gift it to her tonight. Look at that. So it looks like she made hers a little bit larger, a little bit longer, and I love it. So good job, Carol. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. And it's always fun to know that, you know, if I do share some kind of tutorial or how to, I love to know that you are making those things and responding to it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. That was fun. Anyone else have you made a box zipper tote since yesterday? no pressure or anything. No pressure. But yeah, pretty amazing that she was able to pull that off. All right, so that made me smile for sure. So thank you for sharing that. Here's another thing. Let's see, another photo that someone shared. Jenny sent this to me, knowing that we're planning my daughter's wedding right now. 3 weeks. And Jenny thought this was funny. She said, "Here you go. There's a mask for her." I don't think Jess will go for that. I'm just saying. I'm not so sure she's gonna go for the floral mask like that. But nonetheless, it made both myself and Jess smile. So thank you, Jenny, for sharing that. And then, let's see. For those of you asking about the paper doll pattern, I don't know what it is. This was something that Carol shared with me that she made. So, Carol, if you get on, if you don't mind typing in what that pattern is called, because it is really cute, isn't it? So, kind of funny, the mask. I don't think we'll go that far with it, but that was really cute. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you, some of you are really loving that mask. All right. Let's see. A couple questions that went by. Roxanne, I am in the Sandy store. I know, isn't that beautiful? That wall behind me. Love it. Yeah, this is in our Sandy, Utah location, which is just outside of Salt Lake City. So we're about 22 minutes from the airport, so anyone who's going to come out to Utah, I hope you'll come see us in Sandy. I hope you'll drive up to Logan too, of course, but that is an hour and a half away. All right. Yeah, the bride's mask. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to share that will have you giggling because I thought this was so cute. Let me pull it up. Have you seen this one yet? So cute. So cute. Let's see if I can get it all the way. Okay. It's called Me Exercising My Way Back to the Refrigerator for Another Snack. Oh my heck. Too funny. So cute. Okay. You ready? I'm going to play it. Okay. Oh my goodness. Did you love that? 1, 2, cha-cha-cha. 1, 2, cha-cha-cha. I thought that was so stinking cute. I had to share that with you. So, and of course, you know, the little saying that they had of, this is me exercising my way back to the fridge for a snack. Oh, so precious. You're right, Susan. So cute. Okay, I hope you got a big kick out of that. I dare you all, like, if anyone wants to film themselves doing a 1, 2, cha-cha-cha on the way to the refrigerator today, I'd love to see it. You'd make my whole day. Too funny. Okay, let's see. It looks like someone found... Thanks, Shauna. Let me put this... Looks like she found the pattern. Lottie Dolls at lottiedolls.com. Very nice. Thank you, my friend. So those of you who are looking for that paper doll pattern that Carol shared with us, it is lottiedolls.com. Thank you for finding that out. All right, let's see. Love the quilt hanging on the wall behind you, the red and raspberry one. Whoops, this one? Is that the one we're talking about? Isn't that gorgeous? Unfortunately, I don't know what it's called, but it's with K Fabrics, and all it is pineapple blocks. So it's just one big pineapple block after another. So I know that doesn't help a ton, but look how gorgeous. Oh my goodness, that really is beautiful. Let me see if I can get a better shot of that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Boom. Get out of your way so you can salivate over that. That's so beautiful. So beautiful. So yeah, that's that. Lila, yes, I do have written instructions. They are for the box bag. They're under deal of the day for $1. Normally $4.99, and we have the printable download for just $1. All right, she is so cute. I know, she was so cute, wasn't she? So fun. All right, so I hope that brought a smile to your day today. And so that is theme number 1. All right, theme number 2. Theme number 2. Let's see, here we go. All righty, theme number 2. What am I going to show you today? Miss Kay Evans is on. Let me just do a little side note. Kay Evans is our cave extraordinaire teacher, teaches here at Cave Club once a month, and Kay is the one who made that quilt. Kay, do you have any idea do you remember what that quilt might be called? If you can let us know, that would be great. But yeah, so beautiful. So beautiful. All right. Just trying to quickly go through if I haven't answered something. Oh, Jeanette said Carol replied at the club that she got it at blanket.com. So you might want to try that, blanket.com. Okay, for the paper doll pattern is what she's saying, what she's referring to. All right, so what am I going to show you today? I decided that I would show you how to make your own chenille, but let me do some clarification here. This is not the chenille as far as, you know, when I showed you chenille it, the trim that you add around to appliques. This is actually creating your very own chenille block. Oh, Kay Evans, pineapple. Oh, I didn't see your reply there, Kay. I apologize. Yeah, so I was right in saying that it's just a pineapple block, one after the other. Okay, so what you'll do, let me show you a picture here. Maybe this would help. If I have one. I thought I had one. Okay, sorry. Let me just look at something really quick. How are we doing today? Oh my goodness. I don't know where I put that picture. Well, I'll find it later. Okay, so I'm going to show you, if you were to take 4 layers of fabric, you could make a chenille blanket. All right, it's going to be fluffy and fuzzy and so warm and so super cute that it would be a lot of fun. Now, it's 4 layers of fabric, so you know it's going to be a little bit heavier, but the nice thing about it is that you don't have batting in it. Okay, I'm trying to do like 3 things at once here. Sorry. So you don't have batting in it. 4 layers of fabric is what it takes, and the idea behind it is that you cut the first 3 layers of fabric, but you keep the last layer intact. Okay. Oh, I think I found a picture for you. The nice thing about this technique is you can also do it as just an applique. So you don't have to do it as a blanket. If you're wanting to add a little bit of more texture to a project you're working on, then you might be interested in just doing a little applique, and it would be so, so cute. All right, so let me show you a picture of what I'm talking about when I talk about the chenille that I'm going to show you today. This is a baby blanket. It's just a little receiving blanket, and it consists of 4 layers of fabric. You can see on one side it is all one pattern, and then on the other side you have the chenille that is fuzzy and so fun and fluffy, and it actually gets softer as you wash it, which is even more fun, and it gets fuzzier. Isn't that beautiful? So if you've never made it before, I want to show you a quick tutorial on how to do it, because it really is easy and it's a lot of fun. The one thing I will say though is that it's a little time consuming to do it. Now, for those of you who have embroidery machines, the embroidery machine will take care of it, as long as you have a dedicated pattern that's made for chenille. Obviously, Kimberbell has a lot of chenille, designs. Okay, but if you're wanting to make an entire blanket that way, then this is how you do it. The other thing that I love doing it with is pillows. If I want like just a throw pillow on my couch that is chenille, and it gives just a beautiful texture to it, I'll just chenille a piece of fabric, 18 inches square, and I have a really beautiful piece of fabric piece that I've created myself. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how this is done. Let me move my screen here for just a minute. All right. So you're going to start out with 4 layers of fabric, as I mentioned, 1, 2, 3, 4. The bottom layer has to have the right side facing down, okay? Bottom layer, right side facing down, because that's going to show on the back. The other 3 layers are right side facing up. Right side facing up. So I'm putting one on top of the other. All right, just like that. And I have 4 layers of fabric now. 1 that's right side down, 3 that are right side up. Now, the question might be, do you have to keep with all the same colors? And the answer is no. You do not have to keep with all the same colors. This one I'm keeping all the same, but you could certainly do different colors and have it, really, stand out, really make a statement with like a rainbow effect. But I'm just keeping with the same colors on this one. And what you'll do is you'll sew channels all the way down about 3/8 to ½ an inch apart. All right, so let me take you over to the sewing machine and I'll show you what I mean when I say that. Let's see, I am working on the Janome 4300 today, and what I have is my needle just in the center position, no big deal. And I'll put my presser foot down, and I'm going to go straight from corner to corner. I could go across, it doesn't matter, but this is where I'm going to start mine. And I'll cut my threads. Pull it up. Now I'm going to use the edge of my presser foot as my guide, and I'm going to put the edge of my presser foot against that thread, that stitch that I had just sewn, and this is going to make just a small channel. Cut my threads, go back, cut my threads, go back. Okay, now another thing I could do is if I went all the way down here, I could pull these up and turn it around and then go the other way. So it's totally up to you, okay? Completely up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my threads right there so I can show it to you. So you can see that all I've done is I've created these small channels in between. Again, about a 3/8 inch to half an inch. All right, and you're going to do that. Let's grab this. You're going to do that all the way down over your entire piece of fabric. Okay, until the whole thing is covered. So what I will say is that it is it's a little time consuming. This is when you turn on a great movie, okay? Turn on your Netflix, whatever it is. Have your beverage of choice, your peanut M&Ms, and you just enjoy the process of sewing and doing mindless sewing. This is mindless sewing, my friends. There's really no thought into it other than you just keep sewing those channels one after another. So this is when you go to your happy place and to your Zen moment, and you don't think about how much more you have to do. All right? Okay. So now the fun part comes in, is where you have to cut down each of the channels. All right, so let me share with you a couple tips on this. The idea is you are keeping the bottom piece intact and you are only cutting through the top 3 layers. Okay, that's really important. Bottom piece intact, only cut through the top 3 layers. And so to do that, you could use a pair of scissors, which I don't have right in front of me, but that's okay. You could grab a pair of scissors and you would just trim. Just cut down, boom, 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 all the way down. All right. Susan says we call it meditation sewing. There you go, meditation sewing. I like that, Susan. So you're going to trim all the way down just through the top 3 layers. Don't cut the bottom layer. You'll be really sorry. Okay. So you could use scissors, but there's another wonderful little tool. Of course, there's so many great tools out there. And this one I wanted to show you today is called the 2-in-1 Rotary and Chenille, what do they call it? Chenille, oh my goodness, slash. How could I miss slash? Slash cutter, okay? 2-in-1 rotary and chenille slash cutter. And the reason why it's a 2-in-1 is because you could actually take off this protective sheath down there and you have a 28mm blade. All right. But for the chenille, I'm going to keep this protective little sheath on here because when you think about it, this bottom is going to fit along the bottom of your fabric. And the blade comes down. The blade is stationary. I know that seems a little different than what we're used to. We're used to seeing a blade go. This is stationary. It stays in place. All right. And what you do is you slide it into those layers. And you notice that the sheath is at the bottom. It's protecting it, and you just glide it right through. So I have a sample here I want to show you that I'm going to show you how easy it is to do it. The other tip I have is this one I have already sewn, and I've already cut some of the chenille, but I wanted to show you that if you are doing, whether it be a blanket, and I do say blanket on this one because this really, I wouldn't necessarily call this a quilt. We're not piecing anything together. So on this faux chenille blanket or whatever it is you're making, I like to actually keep my bottom layer a little bit bigger than the top 3. You don't have to, but the reason why I like doing that is because I like to have something to hold on to while I get that rotary cutter in there. I'll show you here in a minute what I'm talking about, but it's nice to have something to hold on to, because if I were just to cut straight from this, then usually what I find myself doing is taking a little pair of scissors and doing a little snip at each end so that I have a head start to pull that through. But by having a little bit of an bottom layer that's a little bit larger, now I have something to hold on to and I can just slide it right through. All right, so that's just a little tip. So you want to see how fun this is? This is a great way to get out your aggression, my friends. All right, so I'm going to take my blade and the little sheath here, and place it right there into there. So you see my bottom layer is intact. The rotary blade is not going to go through the bottom layer because I have the protective sheath. And now I have something to hold on to. Whoops. I'm going to press this down. And look how simple that is. And I'm going to do it again. Whoops. Kind of doing it at a weird angle here. Do you see how easy this goes through? It is so much fun. It is so rewarding, actually. I'm gonna hold on to, you can probably see why I like having that bottom layer there. Look how simple that was. Rather than cutting each one through and try not to get the bottom layer, that protective sheath just helps you just slide it right through. I absolutely love it. So that is how chenille is done, my friends. So all of those layers, oh, it looks like I missed one here. Let me just pull it right through. All of those layers have now been cut. And now the fun part comes in when I throw this in the washing machine and into the dryer. Oh, all of that just kind of shrivels up, and I'm going to kind of fluff it up with my fingernails right now. If you had an old toothbrush or a chenille brush, that will help too. But even just throwing it in the washer and dryer is going to make it real nice and fuzzy. And there you have some great texture. So the fun thing is you could actually, if you wanted to, I've seen where people have taken panels, okay, panels, and put one panel on top of the other, chenilled it this way, okay, and then the actual picture, so say if it were an elephant panel, for example, the elephant you would still see the elephant, is what I'm saying. You would still see the elephant through that. It's kind of fun. Let's see, Martha asked, did you use flannels? No, this is cotton, but you definitely could use flannels, and flannels will even be fluffier. So, but this is just a piece of cotton. Now, another fun thing is if I were doing this as a blanket, I would do the whole thing and then I would bind it just like normal, and I'd call it good. Remember, you don't have to do any added batting, and you don't have to do any added quilting. It's all done at the same time. But I could also take this small piece that I have now created my own chenille fabric on, and I could cut something out. Okay, so let's see if I can grab some scissors. Hold on. We'll see how good these scissors are, right? So let's say I wanted to do a heart, and I am totally winging this. Oh, that's not too bad. Shocking that I have scissors that actually work. So I'm just eyeballing this heart. Yikes. All right. And you could do a cute flower. You could do, oh, all sorts of things. Be so fun. Oh, that's not too bad. That's a little ski-wampus. All right. And there we have it. Look how fun that is. And now I can applique that onto my project. Isn't that great? So that is how you do your own faux chenille. Any questions? All righty, let's see. How much are these cutters? I want one. They are part of our deal of the day today. So I guess that I can pull that up right now. So our deal of the day. So theme number 3 are the chenille cutters. And I've got a couple different ones that you could choose from. And I'll tell you kind of the pros and cons of them, of why you might want one or the other. Well, it doesn't really matter. They both do the same job. All right, so we have the Havel one, and it comes with 4 different sheaths there because they're all at different widths. So depending on how wide your your channels are, they can fit down into those groups. Okay, so that's one of the things that I like about that one. So that one, is normally $14.99, and it is 25% off through our deal of the day. All right, so there's that one, and then there's also another one. Let me see if I can pull this up on my screen here, because I want to find the picture. I'm going to go to my girlfriend's quilt shop.com. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. All right. And on there, I will type in deal of the day. This is how you'll find all of our deals of the day. And there you have it. It looks like we have the two different ones to choose from. So let me show you the first one. This is Havel's 2-in-1 rotary and chenille slash cutter. And the price is normally $14.99. Looks like some of you have already bought it. And the price today is $11.25. Then there's another one that we have. This is the Olfa chenille cutter. It's a little bit more expensive, but I still really, really like it. I like the grip that I have on it. And this one is normally $36.99. It is 30% off at $25.99. And with this one, I feel like I have a little bit better grip. I don't... With the blue one, you have to actually push in the levers, so that kind of bugs me. I don't like doing that, but it can be done, obviously. So I like with this one, you don't have to push in the lever, and you just pull it right through. And on each of the different sides, there is a different width of sheath on that. Okay, you can also turn your blade so that, because as a stationary blade happens, it won't rotate. So in one area, it's going to get a little bit dull. So on this one, you're able to rotate it so that it meets different parts of the blade at different times. So once one area gets dull, then you can just rotate the number. I wish I had it with me. That one is in our Logan store right now, so that's why I don't have it where I can show it to you. But so that one, I do like the fact that you can rotate that blade, so you get different sections of it at a time, and I like the feel of it a little bit better. But this one is also a really good price. So both of them are good prices for today. This one's 25% off. The other one's 30% off because it was a little more expensive. I wanted to try and give you as best of deal as I could. So that is the chenille cutters. Any questions? I hope that helps. Again, such a fun project to do, especially, let's say if I were doing a baby receiving blanket and I had 1-yard cuts in my stash of fabric, I would layer the 4 1-yard cuts. It would be the perfect receiving blanket size. And you can always, trim it up afterwards. It does, don't worry and don't fret if it gets a little bit off, if the layers get a little, ski-wampus on you. It's totally fine. Just square it up afterwards and you're good. I also like to do on a baby receiving blanket, I will take a bowl or a cup and I will trim off the corner of it as a curve. Okay, so I'll just put that there. I don't have a bowl or a cup. Oh, I do have a bowl. Hold on just a second. Dun, 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 I'm back. Look, it's a little paper bowl. Okay, so have you done that before where you've just taken it, so now you have a perfect curve? And I would just draw a line on there where my perfect curve is, or I would just take it straight to the rotary cutter and cut that baby off. But that's what I would do. I would curve my corners, and this is going to make this baby blanket so fast and easy. Now, a bit of advice. I would not do larger than a baby blanket. If I were doing chenille all the way across, it would not be my thing to do a queen size quilt this way. You could, you certainly could, but it would not be my groove. I don't think I would enjoy doing that for very long, because it is a little, it can get boring. But you certainly could do it. Okay, so that's what's fun. So, what other what other questions do we have? Oh, Judith, you're so funny. She said ski wampus. Love that. Yes, that is a very, very important term in sewing. Ski wampus. It's just like yesterday, if you were with me, Judith, I love you. Yesterday, if you were with me, you heard me use the term smush. When we take the zipper and we have it at the top and we need to find the center and we smush it down on top. So we smush. So smush and ski wampus. There you go. All right. Hi, Amber from Riverton. All right. What size Alpha rotary cutter does the chenille blade fit? It is a 28 millimeter. 28 millimeter. All right. What else do we have? Can you run chenille through the big? Linda, I'm not sure I understand your question. Can you run chenille through the big? Let me know if you can clarify that. That would be perfect. Cindy shares, I have had both and liked the Alpha cutter. So, okay, good to know. Cindy, you liked the Alpha cutter better, the smaller one. It is a little more expensive, but I agree. I do like the feel of it better. I like, you know, just gliding it right through that without having to press on the, because with this one you do have to push in the side and pull this. So if you don't want to do all those things at once, then maybe it will be better to pay just a little bit more money and do the Alpha. So thank you, Cindy, for sharing that. But again, it's totally up to you. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Dinah. Okay, I like what you shared here. Dinah said, have done this with applique. Used applique shape as top fabric layer. End result was a pink ribbon on white background. Easy to do, just took time. Yep. Yeah, this is a very, very easy technique. It really is all about it just taking some time. So that's why you just turn on your Netflix and enjoy something yummy to eat at the same time, right? All right. Let's see. Debbie has a question. Let me see if I can understand it. You would do a sheet and cut letters out for a name and sew on whatever? Yes, you could. You could certainly do that. If I'm understanding your question correctly, Debbie, you would create, if you wanted to do letters, you would create a whole sheet of fabric per se, and then you would cut out your letters. Okay, so now let's think about it. If you wanted to do this with like heat and bond light to be able to applique on something, then you would trace your letters in reverse and you would fuse it onto the back of your fabric, and then you would put it on. Okay, then you would cut it just like a normal applique. Yeah. All right. I hope that helps. Oh, that's a cute idea, Sue. Sue shared, you could cut them into squares and alternate chenille block with a non-chenille block and make a quilt. I love that. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great way to use a lot of fun fabrics. Again, smaller pieces, not as time consuming with doing these small pieces as it would be one big piece. Another thing, I love that, Sue, great idea. Another thing that I would recommend if you were doing a larger project. With small things like this, not necessary, but if you were doing a larger project and if you had a walking foot to help you, really guide those layers all simultaneously at one time, I would definitely recommend a walking foot on a project like this. Smaller pieces, no big deal. All right, Linda shared, we enjoy the thick protective pot holder under a casserole on the table. Yep, I love that. Great thought there, for sure. Okay. Jerry Lynn says, imagine a quilt shop with working scissors. Who knew? I know. It's crazy, right? You're funny. All righty. Let's see. Let me just scroll through. Deborah says, I want to make a pillow. Great idea. Yeah, I'm so glad. One time, when I did this a while back, I made myself, it actually turned out really nice. I was really proud of it. It was a charcoal gray and cream corduroy that I bought. Okay, this was a few years ago. I bought charcoal gray and cream corduroy, and I cut them up, and I did a charcoal gray layer, then a cream, then the gray, then the cream, then the gray. 4 of them. That I probably just told you 5. 4. So I alternated one after the other. All I did was the straight, seams going across or diagonal. It doesn't matter which way. Depends on how you want the design to look. And I was able to cut through it, brush it up, throw it in the washing machine, and oh my goodness, it actually turned out really nice. So, and it looks so professional. I know. Janice, I totally agree with you. She said, I just want my quilt shop to open and say goodbye to COVID-19. I totally agree with you, Janice. This has been really tough, and it's been really tough on so many people, for sure. All right. Debbie said, hadn't heard skiwampus. I've always said cattywampus. I've never heard of that one. So there you have it. I love that. Yep, Kathy, you are right. She said Kimberbell's vintage boardwalk quilt has chenille palm trees and cotton candy. So yeah, for those of you who have seen chenille as appliques, Kimberbell's boardwalk has some really cute ones, for sure. All right. Maggie asks, that's a great question. Do you wash first before cutting into the applique shape? I do not. I actually will cut it first and then I wash it. I don't think it really matters though, honestly. I think you could do either way. Just make sure you clean out your lint filter afterwards. Yeah, Deborah, you say cattywampus too? Oh, yep, Deborah must be a Southern California thing. She's used both words, smush and skiwampus. All right. Yes, Judy, we're going to add it to the Quilt Dictionary of Essential Terms. Too funny. You guys are so funny. All right. So I hope that's been helpful to you. I hope that you're excited to try something new. You know, it's always fun to try something new, right? It's just one of those things that we as quilters, we are always looking for something new and different to do to kind of change things up a little. And we definitely trying out something new gives us a little bit of a challenge. And so I offer that challenge to all of you. I want to extend that challenge to try something new. And if you've never made your own chenille, give it a try. You know, you definitely can do it even without one of these. You can do it with scissors. It's just a little bit more, labor intensive and hard on the hands to cut that. But you could certainly do it without it as well. So, all right. Any other questions I can help answer before I sign off for today? Lynn says the penguin mug rug was her favorite. Yeah, that was so cute from Kimberbell. Yep. Oh, Janice, you are so nice. All right. Yes. Yep. So Dinah said, have you seen a pattern where there was layering of 4 panels that were aligned and then she nailed it? It was so cool to see how it turned out. Pricey as you need 4 layers of panel. So that's very true. So, you know, you have to think about that. Like, is it worth buying 4 layers of a panel, 4 pieces of a panel to do that? When you think about it, maybe a panel is around $10, let's say, for, you know, ease of whatever, you know, $10, 4 of them, so $40. You don't have batting, you don't have quilting. So if you think about it that way, it actually, the price isn't too bad when you think, oh, I could do that quilt for $40. Now, if you didn't care about a panel per se, then just use, you know, the fabric that you have, put 4 layers on top of the other, and if you can experiment with, I wonder how it's going to look if I try out this color with this. They don't have to all be for the same. And do not worry about necessarily the pattern of the fabric. Be more concerned about the look of the colors that you're looking for. Okay, that's what you want to be more concerned with, is more of the colors you're looking for. Now, you know, another beautiful thing that would happen, what if you were to use batiks on this, where you have the color both saturated on the front and the back? Okay, because if you think about it, like this one, you see the back of the fabric, and, you know, in some of those layers, and it's maybe not as a pretty color as you would like it to be. So think about how beautiful and vibrant if you were to do this with batiks, and you would get that fuzzy texture, but the color would still be so saturated. It would be absolutely gorgeous. So, and it might be fun, like I said, to try it with, you know, try it on a small project like a pillow and see how well you like it. So, all right. You are so welcome. When will the items purchased from the Kitt sale be available for pickup? Amber, most of them are available now, unless you were waitlisted on an item such as a bench pillow kit. Then our Kitt team is working on those right now. But if you'd gotten in on it that night, they are available for pickup right now, and I know they've been working on shipping too. So, all right. Okay, so anyway, I think that is all for now. I'll go back and answer more questions in the comments later on today as I get a chance to. Another question that's been brought up about is the templates for the face masks. They are sold out. They went super fast. We've ordered more. So if you want one, they are on the website, and you can get those on back order. They said they should be about a week. Oh, interesting. So Kay said when she was doing chenille, batiks were a little too tightly woven to work with and wouldn't fluff as well. So something to think about. Thank you. Okay. All right, the Snow White quilt is not on the wait list, unfortunately. That one was when we were out on that one, because we send those out for laser cutting. So that one, unfortunately, is not on the wait list. Okay. All right. Oh, who won the cakes? Oh my goodness. I forgot. I totally spaced that. Barb, I'll get on that right after this video. So watch for that. I'll go use my little commentpicker.com to choose 4 winners. So there you go. I will take care of that right now. Let's see. Lynn says, do you have fabric kits for the spring and summer banners from the Buttons for All Seasons CD? I don't believe so, Lynn. I don't think Cindy had that on her list, but as soon as she's done with these bench pillow kits, I bet she could get on that next. And when I say she's just our kit cutting manager, but we have a whole team of people who are cutting. So I will check on that for you, Lynn. All right, everyone. Thank you again so much for joining me today for 3 Themes at 3. Appreciate you being here as always. And I'll be back with you tomorrow for another 3 Themes at 3. And oh, one more thing. For those of you who are local, we are technically opening up tomorrow, but when I say a soft opening, I really mean a soft opening. We are encouraging you still to, stay home as much as possible. We're still not out of the woods out of this thing yet, but the doors will be open, and we will be wearing masks, and we ask everyone else to wear masks as they come in. And if there's something we can get for you, we would love to help you. Of course, we can always help you online, as well as we can do curbside pickup and delivery, shipping, all of that. So we're excited to somewhat get back into a routine as much as possible, but we definitely don't want to go from 0 to 100 overnight. You know what I mean? So I bet you can all understand that. So we're slowly opening those doors back up, and we can't wait to be able to see you. All right? Okay, thanks everyone so much, and have a great day. In the meantime, stay healthy. Stay healthy, happy. Stay safe. Stay home as much as you possibly can. And keep sewing. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.